Greetings. We are a group of interdimensional beings speaking to you on behalf of the Galactic Federation, and more importantly, we represent the wishes of all that is. Today we would like to speak about a few things and hope that these subjects will allow for further awakening and understanding on your path. As we progress in our mission on your Earth plane, we are discovering many things that are quite harsh and difficult for us to endure. We see the devastation that has been rendered on your plane of existence through many energetic layers, and this pains us to witness. The beings that enslaved your Earth plane, known as the Draco-Reptilians and Orion Greys, even though they are receding from your Earth plane, have left a devastating mark on the once pure Gaia. It is our hope to restore this being to its former glory and allow for its inhabitants to once again be pure beings, so that they might enjoy her abundance and pure high vibrational energy once again. Over the last few days, our missions have taken us over the lands of what you know to be North America, and it is over these lands that we have been concentrating our efforts to rid the Earth plane of all the factions that still plague your society. We have demonstrated in many of our past transmissions and through our book, details of which will be provided in the description of this video, the hierarchy that these beings created within your society during their reign is vast, quite extensive and sophisticated. There are many layers to this hierarchy, and so we are having to bring this hierarchy down one layer at a time. The ruling class, for the most part, have been removed, but we have over the last few days found that many had escaped, and we're trying to set up clusters and we're trying to continue with their operations. With the assistance of many of our support teams upon the Earth plane, we have been able to discover these networks and have now rendered them useless. With these discoveries, we have been able to penetrate many layers of this hierarchy and have captured and rendered much of their operations within the North American continent useless. We are working hard to clear these low-vibrating energies that hang over the population, that still keep them in a shroud of darkness, and as a result, which makes it difficult for a majority of the population to understand the enormity of what is taking place. They are caught up in the political, medical, and other such dramas that are being initiated to keep the population engaged in, so that they are in a state of constant fear and strife. This keeps them away from the truth and the realization of what is actually taking place. With the work that we are doing, and more importantly over the last few days, we have finally been able to penetrate this shield and connect with the beings upon your Earth plane on a larger scale. As this work progresses, we wish to enhance these connections so that more wake up to these truths. We ask you to share our message and begin to speak to your family, friends, and neighbors about these truths, so that they too can be part of this great awakening. You are powerful beings, and this is what we wish for you to realize. We do not wish for you to be slaves anymore. We wish for you to become a part of a larger knowing and be part of a galactic civilization. This is truly what you were meant to be prior to the invasion by these dark forces. As you come into these realizations, you will discover these truths for yourself. We know that the trauma is deep, but each day as you progress, discovering your truth is like a healing elixir that will set you free. The more you engage with the truth, the more your energy heals and reaches for its higher energies that are connected to all that is. It is like a child reaching for its mother. It is the most natural yearning. We encourage you to review all of our teachings from these transmissions and from our book to allow for these truths to set you free. There is so much potential in each of you and so much to discover. However, understanding your situation is the first step towards healing. Once you are aware of your situation and understand just what has taken place, you are then on the road to recovery and healing, which will take place as a default. As you learn more truth, the light begins to engage with your own innate energies and becomes stronger and stronger. This is what the dark energies wish to stem within you, and they went to great lengths for this to take place. They energetically severed your connection to all that is, which was the harshest measure through their radio waves and technologies. They began to take other measures as many were still able to retain their connection through all of this. They began to poison your food and your water. They interfered with your environment and many other such avenues. The evidence is there for you to see if you dig a little deeper. Fluoride in your water and toothpaste blocked your pineal gland, which is your impulse and direct connection to your higher self. Poisoning your food and your air through chemicals and chemtrails have allowed for harsh chemicals and metals to enter your body and make you sick. This allowed for them to take hold of your body by subjecting you to their drugs and making you dependent on them. Many are unable to live without prescription medication as a result of this depravity. Your body, speech, and mind complex is a very sophisticated technology that was meant to heal and protect you on its own by providing you with all the necessary defenses against any illness you might encounter during your incarnation. However, your defenses were attacked, and as a result, your bodies and minds have become weak and you are unable to fight back. Drugs and alcohol and other such depravities are some other examples of how these beings have rendered your body to degrade and become dependent on substances that only harm your true original template that was of pure energy and in perfection. We ask you to take small steps towards healing all of these depravities that have been rendered on your mind and your body. We know that these are all very scary things for you to contemplate, but begin with small things and allow for these energies to permeate through your body and your mind. As we have said, understanding your situation and allowing for the truth to penetrate your body and mind is the first step and perhaps the hardest step to take. Make notes of all the things you have learned here and work on one truth at a time, allowing for these energies to penetrate your body and mind so that you are able to understand the enormity of the situation and how there are many layers to each of these depravities as they connect to the whole. As you begin to understand, they will all fit into the larger picture and you will begin to heal from within. These last 2 years, the depravity that has gripped the entire population with the medical emergency has caused many to lose their lives and be separated from their loved ones. Many layers of suffering have been rendered as a result of this depravity. We do not need to demonstrate this, as you are each individually going through this in your own lives. Take this as a backdrop and impose it on all the information we have provided to you about these beings. Know that this is what they have done to your society over many thousands of your years, with many different deeds and actions, and what is and has manifested in your reality as a result of these depravities. As we move through your plane, we see this devastation and we try our best to assist. We cannot, however, do much if you are in a place within your mind and body not ready to receive this assistance. We can only help those that are awakened to these truths and are able to acknowledge the truth for what it really is. Our efforts will continue, but in order for us to be utterly successful, we need more of the beings on the earth plane to awaken. The awakened as we stand today account for about 1/3 of your population, so there is much to be done. Take heart, dear ones, if you are listening to these messages, you are already on the path to healing yourself. We ask you to document your progress so that you may share your process with others. Continue to grow in your own light, and if nothing else, many will see your light by association and begin to shift. We will leave you now in peace and joy, and wish you much strength as you move through these difficult times on your plane of existence. There is much abundance ahead of you. Stay focused on your light and your connection to your higher self and all that is. Blessings.